Hey, Jordan showed it too.
All I know is that's his business. All I know is that Kingston is a manager at Walmart, and you cannot say he isn't, because he has all the credentials to be so. Let's talk about this. So, Jordan, this is what I was referring to. This is what you need to highlight. So, if you didn't underline this part right here, highlight this part.
I don't think I got that.
You were here yesterday, baby. You have this one. We went over it yesterday.
I got it.
So, highlight, multiply the coefficient outside the parentheses.
Get the notes, Keith.
Well, Kingston's already working on his stuff beforehand.
Hey, she got a video.
Yep, sure do. So, distributing and combining. So, recall, we're just combining like terms and distributing on this first section, okay? So, the directions say simplify each expression. How do I simplify letter A? Combine like terms. So, what's being combined first? 8x and 10x. So, 18, because it's 8 plus 10, right? What's next? So, negative 9 plus 11. Give people time to type it in.
Oh,
Because they both have a y, which makes them like terms. A y with an exponent of 1 to be more specific.
so it'd be 18.
I got 2.
What'd y'all get?
18 x
Plus
2.
2y. You're correct. Is this in descending order?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, because x comes before y in the alphabet. Any questions there?
Yes, ma'am.
Any questions?
No.
I mean, he's saying yes, ma'am, that he got it. B, I have x squared plus 6x minus 9x squared minus x. What do I need to do here?
X squared and 9.
X squared and negative 9x squared. Why should this one come first for the other one?
Because it's first.
The exponent is larger, so you're automatically putting it in descending order when you start with it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So what am I typing in?
Negative 9.
Negative 9.
X.
What's in the front of that you can't see?
1.
A 1. So negative 9 what?
Negative 9 times.
Not times.
Money.
Not minus.
Plus.
Plus 1, because it's a positive x squared. Does that make sense? If you don't know that, put a 1 in front of that. So what's negative 9 plus 1?
8
X
squared.
squared. Then,
6 and minus x.
what's in front of this x?
What?
1. So what am I typing in?
6x minus 1.
Thank you.
5x.
So what's being brought down behind this?
Plus 5?
Plus 5x. Is that in descending order?
Yes.
Yes. Any questions there?
No, ma'am.
I saw people struggle with this yesterday. If you know who I'm talking to, you know who I'm talking to. Which means you failed yesterday's daily grade. Today's daily grade is supposed to be a redemption because it's going over things we talked about yesterday and things we talked about during bell work. Do not fail today's daily grade for no reason. I don't need to call out names. You know who you are. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Looking at C.
I have a question.
Yes, what's your question? Yes, we distribute. Yes, sir.
Why'd you not do nothing with the 6?
Do what?
I said, why'd you not do nothing with the 6?
What do you mean do nothing with the 6?
All y'all did is
Minus x.
Aren't these like terms? So, you bring the x down, and what am I typing in, Jordan?
6x.
6.
6x plus.
No, just 6.
6 plus.
Nuh-uh, 6.
6 minus 1x.
There you go. 6 minus 1. Type it in.
6 minus 1. 5.
That's where it came from. So, we did do something with the 6.
So x is 1.
So, C. What am I doing here? What am I distributing?
9.
So, what's being multiplied first?
9 times 3 is 27.
27x. Thank you. Then,
9 times 6.
9 times what kind of 6?
Negative 6.
Negative 6. Typing that in, what'd you get?
Negative 50.
Y'all agree?
Yeah.
Is this in standard form? Yes. You notice how I keep switching between what I'm saying? That's making you familiar that they're the exact same thing. Descending order and standard form are the same thing in this context. Does that make sense? I'm not saying it by accident. I'm saying it on purpose. Okay? Looking at D, what am I doing here?
Negative 1 in front.
Negative 1 in the front. So I'm taking the,
X.
I'm taking the,
Or
starts with an O. opposite of everything. So what's the opposite of positive 13x?
Negative 13x.
What's the opposite of negative 19? Is this in descending order?
Yes, ma'am.
That's all that we did yesterday and the lesson before that. Does that make sense? So this was Friday's lesson. This was yesterday's. Everybody with me?
Yes, ma'am.
So, example 1 says put it all together. So we're simplifying by distributing and combining like terms. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
So if I'm looking at A, what needs to happen first? Distribute what? 2 to 3h into 3, right? So, what's 2 times 3h?
6h.
What's 2 times 3?
6.
So, plus 6. What's coming down behind that?
4
Plus?
7.
Teachers, at this time, please dismiss all the ambassadors to the cafeteria. All the ambassadors report to the cafeteria. Thank you.
Okay, then?
You do 6x. 6h plus
7h, right? Because are those like terms? Yes. So, what am I typing into the calculator?
6 plus 7.
6 plus 7. Give people time. Jordan, type that in, baby. That's how you know what to do. Stevan, make sure you're typing this in. That's how you know what to do.
13.
We'll verify in just a second, Jordan. You're good. What'd y'all get? 13. Thank you. H. Am I done yet?
No.
What's next?
6 minus 9.
6 minus 9. Typing that in. Give him a second, baby. Give him a second. You're okay. You're getting good at the calculator, working and getting it typed in. I like it. I like to see it. Okay? Practice is perfect. Okay? What's 6 minus 9, y'all?
Negative 3.
So, 13h minus 3, is this in descending order?
Yes, ma'am.
Then that's what you would put in if that was your answer. Does that make sense?
So let's put it together.
Uh-huh.
We just did.
That's what we just did. Didn't we just do that on Bellward?
Yes, ma'am.
Uh-huh. B, I have negative 2n minus 9, 9 minus 10n. What do I need to do first? What am I distributing?
9.
What kind of 9?
Negative 9.
So, what's being brought down unchanged? Negative 2n, right? What's negative 9 times 9?
Negative 81.
Everybody agree?
Yes.
Make sure you're always verifying in your calculator. Remember, what Zatarian got is what he's going to get on his test, not what you're going to get on yours. Verify on your calculator, okay? Negative 9 times negative 10n. 2 negatives make a positive. I agree. Then? Y'all agree?
Yeah.
What's next?
Negative 2n plus 90.
Uh-huh. So what's being typed into the calculator?
Negative 2 plus 90.
There we go. Negative 2 plus 90. Or 90 minus 2. Jordan, make sure you're typing it in along with us, baby.
I keep forgetting.
I know, honey. That's why one hand needs to be your writing, the other hand needs to be your typing. That's how we make it consistent. That's how you make it habitual. What'd y'all get?
88.
It should be 88 n because it's 90 minus 2. And then minus 81. Because can this be simplified any further?
Nope.
No. Is this in standard form? Yes.
I got a question. So do you only like do the things like in parentheses, like,
You distribute only what's on the direct outside.
and then I'll put that number, like I drop that number down. Then
Yes, because this isn't being distributed to this. It has to be what's directly on the outside of it. Looking at C, I have negative 3, 5 minus 4s plus 6t minus 5s plus t. What do I need to do first?
negative 3
Negative 3 times 5, which is
Negative 15.
negative 15. Then,
Negative 3 times 4.
negative 3 times negative 4s, right? So what's negative 3 times negative 4s? Everybody agree? Bring down that s, don't forget it. Then,
Negative 3 plus
not plus.
times 6.
There we go, negative 3 times 6t.
It'll be minus negative 18.
So minus 18t, right? What comes down behind that?
minus 5x plus t.
Mm-hmm. Make sure your pluses and your t's do not look the same. You see how I'm writing my t with a little curve at the bottom? That's how we do that in algebra to make sure we differentiate. So what needs to come down first? Remember, alphabetically, what comes first in the alphabet? S, the S's come down, right? So we're looking at 12S. Is there anything to combine with that? So what am I typing in? 12 minus 5. Can you grab that for me, Brandon? Thank you.
That'll be 7.
7 what?
X.
Perfect. Hello, ma'am. Thank you. Perfect, perfect. Okay. Brandon. I don't know. I reckon you'll be back. Just follow that. Jordan Kilgore. So go to the cafeteria. You'll be good. Just go straight that way. There you go, Jordan. Go straight to the cafeteria. Y'all can close the door behind you. From there, what do I need to do?
Write the negative 15 down.
Are we sure?
No, you did do negative 18 plus t.
There you go. What's in front of this t that I can't see?
1.
1. So what am I typing in?
Negative 18 plus 1.
Type that in for me. Negative 18 plus 1. Ian, make sure you're typing it in too, baby, okay? Negative 18 plus 1. Get you what?
Negative 17.
So that should be minus 17t, correct? And then what's behind it?
Minus 15.
Because can that 15 be combined with anything else? This is in standard form because it's in alphabetical order. Constant last. Does that make sense?
Yes.
You are confusing me. Let's not do that. Any questions there? Looking at D. I have 8, 4h plus 7 plus 3h minus 7. What needs to happen first? Multiply the 4 by 8 times 4. 32 what?
H.
There we go. Then,
8 times 7 is 56.
everybody agree?
Yes, ma'am. Then, write the first
Hey, Miss
down.
Davis.
Distribute the 8.
Distribute
The 3.
the 3. So what's being multiplied first?
3 times h.
Which is?
3h.
Because it's 3 times 1, Jordan.
Wait, so
There's a 1 in front of this h, so it's 3 times 1. 3, and then the h just comes down. Does that make
yeah,
sense?
that makes sense.
And then what am I multiplying next?
3 times 7
What's 3 times 7?
was negative 7.
Thank you, negative 7. It'd be negative 21. What needs to happen now?
3h plus, the 32h plus 3.
So type in 32 plus 3. Give people time to type it in. 32 plus 3. What'd y'all get?
35.
Everybody get 35? 35 what?
35H.
There we go. Then,
56 minus 21.
so type in 56 minus 21. Give people time. I see your hand, baby. You're doing a great job. Keep it up. We need that kind of confidence. What'd y'all get?
35.
So this should be plus 35, right? Can this be simplified any further? Is this in descending order?
Yes.
That's the answer. Any questions there?
No, ma'am.
Okay. E, I have negative 2, 3 minus 4s minus 3, 4s plus 6. What needs to happen first?
Negative 2
Negative
times
2.
Negative 2 times 3, I agree.
6.
What kind?
Negative 6.
Thank you, because that 2 is negative, that 3 is positive. So negative 2 times 3 should give you a negative 6. What's next?
Negative 2 times negative 4.
2 negatives make a,
Positive. That'll be
It's
8.
going to negative 8 here.
not negative 8, because 2 negatives make a,
Oh, yeah.
when you're multiplying and dividing, right?
Yeah.
So positive what?
Positive
8.
8. 8s.
There we go. Great job. What's next?
Negative 3 times 4.
Negative 3 times 4. We'll put that minus that negative with that 3 for this. So what's negative 3 times 4?
Negative 12.
Negative 12, what's missing?
The
S, there we go. Then,
Negative 3 times 6 equals negative 18.
perfect. Great job. More participation could be great, though. That way I know what's going on with you, and that way you can communicate with me if you're confused, okay? Because as much as we're going through it, I'm hearing more people than yesterday, so that is always a great thing. 10 out of 10. But I need a 20 out of 100 at this point, and I need to keep getting that 20 every single day to the point where we're at 100, right? So, let's go. Let's do that. What's happening next?
8S and 12S.
There we go. And what kind of 12S?
Negative.
There we go. So what am I typing in?
Negative 8.
Not negative 8, just
Positive.
8, not times.
Minus 12.
Minus 12.
Oh, yeah, I put minus.
Negative
Mhm.
4.
Did y'all get negative 4? Yes, no?
Yes.
Guys, can y'all type it in? Why y'all looking at me? Where's the calculator at? What are y'all getting by looking at me right here? I'm just trying to see what y'all looking at. Because the math ain't behind me. People on the recording, they looking at me as if I got the math. All they can see is my hands on the board. They got to make eye contact with me to type in their calculator. Ain't that crazy? Type in 8 minus 12, children. I'm just trying to get you to validate, verify, prove. That's not only something that you do in my class, you do that in English class too. You don't take anybody's word for it. You show references. You show receipts. You verify. Okay? So, what's 8 minus 12?
8 minus 12. 8 minus 12 is negative 4.
Negative 4 what?
Negative 4S.
There we go. What's next?
Drop the 12 down.
Not quite, because we just used those. What's next?
I'll use this. Negative 6 minus 18.
There we go. Because that's what's missing. Those two are like terms as well. So negative 6 minus 18, getting it typed in. Let's go.
6 minus 18.
Give people time. But you're absolutely correct. That's your typing in. Stevan, what'd you get? Is that what y'all got?
Yes.
Minus 24. Is this in standard form, Gavin?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Any questions? Leave Gavin alone.
What I do?
I don't know. But leave Gavin alone. Okay. So, looking at F, I have 7. 3 plus x minus 4x plus 1.
Do
7 times 3.
7
7 times 3, I agree.
to the what?
Then,
7 times 1
7 times 1.
is 7.
So, what should go behind this?
Plus
X.
Plus
7
7x. There we go.
minus 4 negative 4
Because it's negative 4 times 1.
minus negative
Because it's negative 4 times 1. Correct?
4.
Great job. What's next?
7x minus 4 equals 3x.
I don't agree or disagree. Do y'all agree or disagree?
I agree.
I know most of y'all did not type that in. Y'all are just saying it to move it along. But here's the issue. Not proving it yourself. And we get to these daily grades, these practice problems, we're going to have an issue. Because you're going to be lost. So type it in and verify. Terian said he believes it's 3. What did y'all get when y'all typed it in?
38.
There we go.
21 minus 4.
Mm-hmm.
And that's 17.
I don't know. Is it?
Yeah.
Gabby, you saying yes? Who else can say yes to that? Okay, Matthew. Ian, I heard you back there. Jordan, what about you?
I got 17.
Okay, do y'all all agree then?
Yeah.
Is this in descending order?
Yes, ma'am.
Any questions?
No.
Any at all?
That's it.
All right then, that's all that matters. I need you to do for me 1, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Huh?
1, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You thought you knew. No. 1, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I circled which ones I wanted. I said what I said. You already know the drill. Do those and bring those to me. Should have been 100. Let's see why it wasn't. So, looking at this, we know what it was. We know. Looking at number 1, it says simplify each by distributing and combining like terms. Now, a lot of the distribution was correct. It was the combining like terms part that got a lot of people messed up. So, Stephon, head up, baby. We didn't make 100. We did better, but we need to be paying attention. Nobody's head should be down. Leaning up on me, Denver. Denver, lean up, baby. I understand that we are struggling to be up today, but we have to participate and pay attention. What's the word of the year?
Respect.
Are you showing respect by putting your head down continuously? Are you showing respect by disrupting what I'm doing? No, not at all. This is recorded. It is documentation that is going on the internet. Do you realize that? With your full name in there. With the date. So they know you were here. Be so for real. Lean up. Pay attention. If you know you didn't make 100, this is your opportunity to fix it. So the next time we come in, tomorrow, you can do that. Any questions? And that 96 is a great 96, but it could have been 100 if you didn't make these small mistakes. Yes? Let's talk about it. Looking at number 1. What's the first thing I need to do?
7 times 1.
Distribute the 7 by multiplying 7 times 1. So what's coming down unchanged?
7.
Negative 4, because that's not being distributed. Then what's 7 times 1?
7.
So what should go behind this? Plus.
7.
Then
7 times 3.
what kind of 3?
Negative.
So what's 7 times negative 3?
21. Negative 21.
So negative 21 what?
M.
What do I need to do from here? What's the next thing I have to do?
Circle of 4 and 7.
What kind of 4?
Negative 4.
And that positive 7, correct? What's being brought down?
4.
Negative
Negative 4.
4.
Plus 7.
What's negative 4 plus 7?
Negative 3.
3. What needs to be brought down?
3M. Wait, no.
Negative 21 L.
But is this answer correct?
Now we gotta flip it.
So what would be my answer?
21 L.
Oh.
21 L.
If the 21 is negative, you have to bring it down as a negative in the front. Does that make sense?
Yes.
What goes behind that?
3.
Operation, thank you, plus 3. Any questions there?
No, no.
Looking at number 3, what needs to happen first?
Negative 8 times 4.
Which gets you?
Negative 32.
What?
Negative 32.
X
X.
minus. No, it'll be plus.
Because 2 negatives make a,
Positive
when you're multiplying.
16
Then, what's coming down behind it?
minus 18x plus 12. And then do negative 32.
But how'd you get 16?
What's 8 times 2?
Oh, 8 times 2, so yeah, 16.
And 2 negatives make a,
Positive.
when you're multiplying. That's where it came from.
32 minus 18.
So negative 32 minus 18, please type this in. Negative 32 minus 18. I saw a lot of people stop on this step after distribution, when all you had to do was combine like terms.
Negative 50.
What'd you get?
Negative 50x.
Then,
16 plus 12. Negative 28.
do y'all agree? So plus 28. Is this in standard form?
Oh, yeah. Why did I put 16X?
I don't know. I went through and marked what I could. If I saw something was wrong, I tried to mark it so you can see where the actual misconceptions and incorrect steps started. Any questions there?
Oh, wow.
4, where do I need to start?
5 times.
What kind of 5?
Negative 5 times 9.
Uh-huh.
Give you 45. Negative 45.
What needs to be brought down in front of that?
10.
10.
Negative 45.
Then you do negative 5 times 9.
What kind of 9?
Negative 9, it'll be positive. That make a positive 45.
Some people didn't distribute the 5 fully. And that made this wrong because you brought this down as a -9 still when that shouldn't have been the case. What's next?
Circle the 45 in. No, the 45 and 10.
Because those are like terms. So what's being typed to the calculator?
45, negative 10 plus.
Nuh-uh. The negative would have to be in the front for it to be
Yeah,
negative.
Positive 10
45
plus
plus
45.
10.
Or 10 plus 45.
Yeah, 55, so it'll be 40, 45, negative 10 plus 55.
And that's the answer.
I can't believe I got these wrong.
But the thing is, are you seeing where the mistakes were?
Yes, yes.
So which means, can you come in tomorrow and do better?
Yes, this is my really first time like learning.
And that's because you were actually participating today. Did you notice that? Do that every day.
Yeah, Jordan.
It's well, he's not the only one. A lot of people were participating today. So which means encourage your friends. Encourage them.
Yeah, Jordan. What's his name? Jordan.
Kilgore. Yep, he's been working too. So which means he's seeing a change in his understanding. Support your classmates. Any questions? Look at 5. What needs to happen first?
Negative 5 times n.
Which is?
Negative 5n.
Then?
Negative 5 times negative 6.
Which is?
Plus 30.
There we go.
Plus 6 times 5 is 30. And 6 times negative 3 is negative 18.
What are we missing?
And
Perfect. Don't add ends where they're not present. That was the biggest thing I saw, was people were putting variables when they did not need to put them. Please, if you know you got these wrong, write the right thing in. I'm seeing a lot of people who mess this stuff up not writing this down. What sense does that make? You're literally going to be doing this on a test when?
Friday.
Don't you have a study guide you're supposed to be working on every day this week?
Yeah, you supposed
So what are you doing screwing yourself over right now? Be so for real. If you know that you did not get these, mark them. I didn't go through with a pencil and erase your stuff. I circled what was wrong. So which means fix it. Fix it. Sitting there ain't doing nothing for you. It ain't done nothing for you now. It ain't do nothing for you at the beginning of the class. And that's the reason why the daily grade ain't where you want it to be. That's why your grade is sitting where it's sitting. Those who are just sitting there waiting. Get it together. Moving on. What needs to happen here?
Negative
4
5.
times 2 oh,
Negative 5 and 18.
-5 and -18. Typing that into the calculator is -5 minus 18.
Negative 23 in.
Then,
Plus 60.
because it's 30 plus 30, is it not?
Yes. Well, I got that one. I put 13 for some reason.
I noticed I still gave you credit for what you did have. That's what partial credit does for you. 6.
I did horrible.
Last one. What do I need to do?
4 times 2h.
Absolutely get you.
8h.
Then,
4 times 1. Plus 4 times 1.
Plus 4.
Plus 12K.
there we go. Because that's 3 times 4K.
Plus 21.
Plus 21. What then?
4 plus 21. And that'd be 25.
One of your keys to doors.
What needs to come down?
Rise for the pledge.
8h.
Salute.
12K.
Pledge.
And 25.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic.
Any questions there?
I didn't get 33. I just kept reading it.
Indivisible.
And that's okay. Now you know where the mistake is, so you can fix it, right? So, guys, please study. Make it an everyday thing. You only need 15 minutes. That's it. Pack up.
We need one that isn't already in the cooking club.